my black women. I know you probably thinking this is another rant. You know, this is a rant on black women and stuff like that. No, this is not a rant. I'm gonna speak on black women independence. And just women independence and strong and independence in general. Not just black women, but just independent, strong and independent women. You know, I always thought this, like, I always keep saying this in my head. What are you strong and independent from? What are you independent from? And with a lot of these feminist groups and stuff like that, and a lot of women don't seem to understand that, a lot of these feminist groups really don't care about you. They don't care about your rights, what you do, or whatnot. Some of them just do it just to be heard. They use you. A lot of these feminist groups, they use you for recognition. So, you know, you always hear women say, I'm strong and independent, I don't need no man, and stuff like that. You don't need no man. I'm like, okay, well, you can always get another woman. You know, you can get sexual toys to please yourself. You know, I don't need no man. It's like a lot of them say they don't need no man, but when they need something, lift, push, furniture, jars open, stuff like that, then they want to call a man, like, oh, can you help me out? And then a lot of them really use men. A lot of these independent women use men. You know, so, and you can't respect, sometimes I respect it. The only way I can respect an independent woman if she's doing things if she's doing things on her own, but you don't need to be saying you strong and independent. It can just show. You can just have that swagger and of just you doing things. You just basically doing things. You a boss chick, but you don't need to tell everybody that you are a boss chick. It can just tell. You could just know that they are. They don't need to say it. It just action speaks louder than words. You know what I'm saying? So this whole independence thing I never got, and a lot of the independence, a lot of women's independence, they kind of, you know, it gets them in trouble. Sometimes you read all these books and all these movies, and then they got you gassed up. But in reality, you look to the Steve Harvey books. Now it's a book right now called Manology with Rev Run and Tyrese, and I'm gonna speak on, you know, I'm gonna speak on that on a later video on that book and Steve Harvey books and all these movies and stuff like that, and how is it helping women or is it not helping women in a dating game. So I'm gonna speak on that, and that's gonna be y'all don't want to miss that one. But the independence, it's, you know, it's starting to get old now. You know, it's not really getting y'all anywhere. You know, it's making y'all look like fools. I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need nothing from nobody and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, you know, you're going to need something from somebody. You're going to need help from your parents. You're going to need help from somebody in your family, a friend of yours. So when a woman says you don't need nothing from nobody, this whole little Richard, you in this little Richard syndrome, that you don't need nothing from you ain't get nothing from nobody, you can do all things by yourself. No, you can't. Can't nobody do everything by themselves. We all need help. You're not independent from that. And I've been saying this too. If you're so strong, then why don't you lift this furniture? Why don't you open this pickle jar? Why don't you you know, why don't you go to places where, you know, you see a lot of people at, and then you want somebody to, you know, why you need somebody to be a bodyguard? You can get you can get another chick, but a lot of y'all just are too scared that way. You want to use your independence to your advantage and to try to scare guys. So basically what y'all doing is scaring guys with your independence, and you know what I'm saying? And it's a turn off. You know, this independence is a turn off with y'all, because you use it, you play dudes on it, and then you try to get attention from people and all that, and then you use it at work, which is one of the things you don't want to do. And I keep telling you women, stop using your independence at work to try to, you know, don't use that at work. Don't use it in your relationships. And don't use it with, you know, it makes you undateable. The more you use it, the more people don't want to be around you. Feminist groups don't want to be around you. Other women don't want to be around you. Guys don't want to be around you. Certain family members don't want to be around you. So, just really, you know, if you're going to use your independence, use it wisely. You know, don't use all your independence. Use that shit wisely. Because, you know, people don't really understand the fact of, excuse me. People don't understand. Nobody cares about your independence, ladies. Nobody cares about it. You don't see a man saying, oh, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm a strong man, you know, you don't hear men doing that. It's always women, preferably black women, say that a lot, because a lot of white, you don't see too many other races saying, I'm strong and I'm independent. You see a lot of black women say that, but, you know, and I say this to a lot of black women, your independence is making you undateable. It's making a lot of people don't want to deal with you. You know, and you really have to look in the mirror, like, are all these books, are all these feminist people, you know, really helping you out, or do they really care? Do your homegirls really care about you as much as you think? Because a lot of them will get you into that mindset, and they want misery loves company. So you have to just look in the mirror and say, is this really something I need? You know, I could talk all this independent stuff, but then again, I'm lonely. You know, I don't have nobody hold me at night. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the independence and the education and all that, but it's still not going to warm you up at night, ladies. You're still going to wind up being lonely and depressed and all that, because, you know what I'm saying, it's just not cool. It's not cool to be that way, especially the older you get. It's not a good look. You don't want to be 30s, 40s, 50s still talking about you strong and independent. That's not a good look. It's like you strong. It's like what are you independent from? Slavery? What are you independent from? Not dealing with dumb dudes, or you independent from doing your own. I mean, what are you independent from, and what are you strong from? So, you know, I never understood that, but some people tell me, you know, ladies, what are you independent from? You know, tell me. I want to know what you independent from. What is the movement? You know, not saying that you can't do your own thing. I mean, we love women that do their own thing, but you don't have to brag, do all this other stuff. That's not cool. You know, that's not cool at all. That's a turn off to guys. The more you on some attention stuff, the more, you know, unless you just a thirsty dude, but ain't no real man gonna want to be around no independent female. I mean, it's just not cool, but it is what it is. But just had to speak on that, man. I'ma holler at y'all in a minute. Peace out.